What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about Ethereum today. ETH for Mr. I think it's João Bernardino, maybe João Bernardino. I don't know. João Bernardino. I think that's how you pronounce it. We're talking about this for you, my man. Looking at this thing. Bullish. Definitely bullish. It definitely does. You had this accumulation phase. Broke out of it, clearly broke out of it. Volume and everything says it. The price move itself says it. And now what are you doing? You're resting oh so comfortably at a previous area of resistance, right? Move it up a little bit where the wick is. You're literally resting right there. So broke up. This is like your all aboard, last call, right? And then probably going to move up more. If it moves back, I very much doubt that you're going to go below here, right? I doubt you're going to go. You're at 1781 now. I doubt Ethereum goes below like 1730, too much below that. Let's look at this thing here. Let's look a little bit more. Very bullish looking RSI. It's at a point. Let's see. On the daily, yeah, man. I would think this is just the beginning. Honestly, I would think it is. But it's at a point where it likes to turn around, right? We can take a line here and go like that, maybe a little bit up more. A little bit up more. Yeah, resistance there. A little bit of resistance in this area, resistance there. Sometimes it does break above it, but you find resistance, right? Broke above it, but resistance. You even found support on it once, probably more than once, but looking at it now, I do think we found resistance. It wouldn't surprise me if you did get back into your regular area here, but you might not go too low. You might bounce off your 60 or off your 50. And a move like that, again, that could take you down maybe to like 1730, 1735, something like that. Let's see what you would do on a fib. From low to high. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so 1725. Maybe not 1730, but just a little bit lower than that. Retracing back to your 382 is totally a normal thing to do, especially in a strong move, which you have now. You come back to your 382, bounce from there, and then you go up. I do doubt. Generally, I would look for the 618. I would always keep that in mind, but I very much do doubt that you come back into this zone because I think you've broken out of it. I think it's established that you've broken out of it. So I would say you come down a little bit from here, Ethereum. Probably down to about 1725, 1720 to 1730, somewhere in that range, and then you go higher. You are at an area, again, in your RSI that you commonly do reject, so cool off, gather your bearings, let the troops load up on some Ethereum, gas it up, man, and then you're going to go on your next run. How high are you going to go, Ethereum? How high? Look at that. It's so perfect, so beautiful. Very, very good-looking structure, man. Okay, well, come on now. Okay, yep, there we go. You had your 1 week where it like faked you out of this, right? You're just still moving up overall. Maybe it's more like this. Like, I don't know. That would be a more bullish look even, actually. Something like that, you know. You broke out of your zone on the daily. Look at this, man. You broke out of this zone, right? Look at the move you got. Little accumulation phase down here, some fake moves up that got sold into. Not fake, they were real. I use that word too much with just little exciting moves up that got sold into. But when you broke out of it, like you can see the difference, right? Real deal versus not the real deal. That's why I say fake, I guess. But look at that. Freeze that in your head. Look at the weekly now, right? Now you're in like this bottoming out zone, right? This is your bottoming out zone. Look at how big this move was. How big do you think your move's going to be when you break out of it, right? And where do you break out of it at? Where's the point of break for this zone? It's probably, it's probably like right here. Oh, come on, man. There we go. Like right there. That might have been a fake out or something, but I feel like, finding resistance here and here kind of makes sense. It's also in an area of support. When you break out at about $2,000, a psychological level as well, you're probably going to see a move that takes you up higher, like a lot faster, like a bigger move that you haven't seen in Ethereum all year, maybe since last year even, man, like on a weekly basis. And you'd probably move up to, you're at 1780 right now, you'd probably move up once you break this line to 2500 to 2800 really fast. You might even go up above there. When I say really fast, I'm talking like once you break this line, it'll be like a week or two. It's going to go up there very fast. And then maybe you meander maybe you meander a little bit in this zone or around this zone, and then after like a month or so, then you probably move up higher, and we'll talk about that whenever it happens. But for now, I like this. I like this area. I like that you've broken out of this area here, in like definitely broken out of this area. When and if you go lower, you probably go to your relative 382 from this low here to that high, right down there at about, oh, that's not it, right at about 1725. And then on a weekly basis, whenever you break out of this zone, right around $2,000, you're likely going to go, yeah, you're likely going to go to 2,500 to 2,800, something like that, really, really fast. So good things for Ethereum. It definitely looks good. The weekly RSI, if I can get it to pull up here, there we go. Looks very bullish, very constructive, yes. Watch you come down, bounce off the 50, and then just go up. Something like that, man. It definitely looks constructive. Having a hard time getting into the oversold zone is not a bad thing at all. It's definitely a strong thing. Look at that, right? Last time you saw this kind of price action, or this kind of readings on the RSI, right? Where you were overbought. You came from your oversold zone, you went overbought, came back down near it, but you couldn't quite do it. What'd you do? What was price doing, right? Because oversold zone, went overbought, came back near it, but you didn't do it. We don't have the future price action yet, but we do back here. What'd you do? What did you do? Oh, ho, ho. Look at that. Look at that shit. You're at a low zone, an accumulation zone, if you will. You had that bullish posturing right here, and then what'd you do? Boom! Right? You're at your low zone, your accumulation zone, if you will, right? I think it's starting, man. We are in the beginnings, guys. It's happening. Once you break out of this, it's on. It's on for a solid. How long was this, man? Let's see here. Low to high, actual high. 87 bars, 609 days, right? That's nice. Over here, and this is on Coinbase, so this is the all-time history chart for Ethereum. 400 days. So when it's done, whenever it's time to break this, you're going to be going on a run, man, for quite some time. And I guess, right, that's not from the point of break, is it? That's from the low. But I don't feel like it'd be, I wouldn't, you know, it's like this low back here is like to this low here. I wouldn't feel comfortable taking that. Maybe we should measure from the point where you broke out. Let's do that. Yeah, I would say this is your point of break right here. Okay, so 467 days. Oh no, that's still awesome. Of just upside, like week over week returns, basically month to month returns. You broke out of this zone probably right over here, probably on this week there. Yeah, I would say around a year. Still around a year, man. Nice to see. So then if and when you break out of this zone, let's project a small amount of time, right? Let's do like the 300 days. Let's say this was to happen by the end of the year. Let's say it was to happen by the end of the year, okay? 300 days out, 315, right? Because that's what the smallest one was. Wouldn't you know it? That'd be about this time next year that you'd be doing phenomenal things. But I think it's going to go on longer than that, you guys. I think that this bull run is going to go into 2025. Let's see, if it went on 476 days like that one there, that would take us right into the middle of 2025. So, you know, the more that I look at this, the more that I've been like paying attention to things. I'm starting to think that everyone's thinking that the bull market's going to go to the end of 2025, maybe even the beginning of 2026. It might go more toward like the latter part of 2024 or the middle part of 2025, not the later part of 2025. There's a lot of stuff that seems to be lining up with that when I do these like kind of time-based analyses. It's not just on Ethereum, it's other cryptos too. I just can't think of it on top of my head, but I've been seeing it a lot lately because I've been going over a lot of bull market stuff, but like cyclical stuff. But anyways, I'm just going off, man. I'm rambling. Really, really, really exciting stuff for Ethereum. It probably comes down about $60, something like that, 50 to $60, and then from there, look for that break above 2,000, because whenever 2,000 breaks, that is a psychological level for one, but it's also a significant level on the price scale. And anytime we've done that, anytime we've had a bear market and broken out of our accumulation zone, it's been nothing but fantastic. Okay, it's been absolutely nothing but fantastic. So Where could you go, Ethereum? Where could you go? From top to bottom here, you went all the way up. Oh my goodness, bro. Wow. Beautiful. Textbook. Beautiful. This is great. I know, I'm just saying, man. If you've watched this channel, I've identified this thing enough times. I've actually never seen it on Ethereum. This is my first time like noticing it on Ethereum, but not that I've never seen it, but I've never seen this. I actually never took this into account. So if you watch through this whole video of madness, like this, I can't tell you how bullish this is, man. Like you're definitely going to see new all-time highs. Like that's definite. I mean, if it wasn't definite on the fundamental levels and just like what we all know about Ethereum, like obviously, but like from a FIB perspective, like you're very likely going to crush this 1618. I think Ethereum could see a $10,000 price by the end of the cycle. What's that mean, man? What does that mean? Number 2 coin, 204. You're going to be a multi-trillion-dollar market cap? Are you kidding me? No way, bro. That's insane. You would at least go here. Okay? So that's a 4.5x. 4.5x from here. Okay. That's like 900 something billion. So around a trillion. Maybe you do. Maybe you do go to your 1618 at 8,300, but maybe, just maybe, man, you go up higher than that. You go up to like somewhere in this zone of nothingness or into the 786 or the 1886 up here. It would make sense to find resistance here that would be around the $1 trillion market cap, so that actually would make a lot of sense. But just very, very bullish whenever you see this, whenever you see the move from top to bottom coming up to the 1414. This is what I was freaking out about earlier. 1414, you found resistance here. Whether it's at the 1414, the 1272, like whatever, one of these expected zones, right? It just happens to be on the 1414, and you come back down and you find support on your 886. Classic. This is a classic move whenever you see movement higher, deeper into deeper extensions. That's what you see. So the fact that you went to your 1414, you bounced off your 886 like essentially twice almost. I would think you go higher than your 1618, but the one thing that's holding me back from that is market cap value. You know, all the way up here to 600, that's like a 7, almost an 8x. I mean, that'd put you worth more than $2 trillion in market cap, man. That would be absolutely nuts, Ethereum. That'd put you at a price that's like almost at 15, 14 grand, man. It could happen. It could happen. If there was one coin besides Bitcoin to have a $1 trillion or a multi-trillion-dollar market cap, we all know it would be Ethereum. You know, I personally think Ethereum's overvalued as it is, but I don't think it's done being overvalued. It can definitely go more, and maybe, I don't know, man. Maybe it's very undervalued. You know, maybe that's not even where it goes. Maybe over time it goes way, way, way higher. But for this cycle, it would make sense that either this, oh no, sorry, I deleted the wrong thing. Either this 1618 zone, somewhere at like the minimum, the 1618 zone. If not, maybe at the maximum, that 1886. But that's pie in the sky. I would kind of discount that and more look at this like $13,500 to $8,300 area. That would make sense to me. Somewhere in this zone really would make sense to me, because again, this movement where you reject an extension off your fibs on a macro scale like this, you come down and you find support on your 886, man. I'm going to delete all these lines so that it's a little bit easier to see, but that's where you found support right there. Like it's a classic form of behavior that I've noticed plenty of times, time and time again. I've pointed it out on this channel throughout all kinds of different cryptos and stocks, where this exact kind of thing happens. You bounce off your realm of expectations in the extended zone, you come back down and bounce off your 886, the 886 specifically. It almost always results in you going higher, almost always. And the next stop would be up here at $8,300. Potential, technically the potential up to $18,000. Like, it's there. It is technically there. But I want to stay more grounded. I would say 8,300 to 13,500, and that's already insane. So that's all I got for you, man. This video went on way longer than I thought it would. It's just I didn't expect that at the end there, man. That was nuts. That's nuts, Ethereum. You look so good. You look so very good. Yeah, it's gonna do great things, guys. I think there's coins that are gonna gain more than what Ethereum is, but anybody that's holding Ethereum, you're not gonna be upset by the end of this cycle. That's for sure. Anyways, take care, everybody. That's all I got for you. If you like the video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to see more. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.